sweep here. What do you, are you confounded, you know, that these kind of things keep happening to you guys?
Yeah, it must be they call it the Hayward Field magic. I call it the Hayward Field curse for us. But I mean, if you're a logical and analytical person, that I try to be most of the times, you sit back and look at what we've done. It's amazing. We basically didn't control the things that we had control, meaning the long jump. You know, had we just had 1 or 2 more points there, and if Tatiana in the high jump, it wasn't pouring rain. Only, it's funny because it was coming down so hard in her second and third attempts. Had she cleared that next height, which was not very high, it would have been done deal and not worry about the 4x4. But people look at that last event, and you know, USC wanted it, and the way they won, they kind of deserve it. We should have done better where we had control. But finishing first and second, I mean, you can't get much better than that. It would be nice to come back with 2 first place trophies, but you know, if we are consistent and solid that we would have been, and with the new people we have coming next year, hopefully we'll keep being relevant like that.
How did you get, just real quickly, I mean, how do you explain the men getting it turned around as fast as they did? I mean, it's not like they came out of nowhere with the 6th place finish before, but I mean, that was
I knew deep inside me that having this kind of quality that will make it happen. It all comes down to recruiting and good coaching. You can sign, you can get these top dogs to come in, but it takes a special support cast to get them to perform at that level, and showing up and showing out. It's what defines Georgia track and field. My motto when it comes to that kind, it's being a sniper. You gotta one shot, 1 kill. You cannot try to overload one area or do things that do not fit your culture. So having those guys perform at that high level, I'm pretty excited about.
When you look at what the women did in indoor, the men did here, the women almost taking an outdoor title. Has Georgia become a destination program?
I guess that's something that Tom Crean tweeted the other day. I hope he's right. I hope we are a destination program. You know, if you look at our main competitors and the track and field perennial powerhouses that have all the facilities that we don't have, I mean, Eugene, Oregon had 20,000, and they're about to spend $250 million. I mean, this is unheard of just for track and field. And we go in there and beat them. If you're a recruit right now, you gotta look at Georgia and be like, oh, holy moly, that's where I need to be, you know. And that's my goal. One of our top recruits, Perrin, actually texted me a few weeks ago and said that he said in all caps, "You have made Georgia sexy." So to me, that was the best compliment I got, and I hope you keep saying that to other fathers and other parents out there.
What is your vision of this program? What was it when Greg decided to make you the head coach here?
You know, I had this vision as an assistant for my group, and you know, we've done some good things, but my vision is, and people were laughing at me, they were joking at me. I think Greg really believed in me, even though I don't think he took me seriously when I told him I would like to win a title within 3 years. But he did believe in me. He did realize, he saw something in me when he made that change, or did what he had to do when he gave me the chance. There are a lot of schools that I wanted to be a head coach. I didn't want to be a head coach at an older age. I knew what I wanted. Other people, they turned me down. They thought I was just fooling around, because I was one of those people that even now I have a coaching handbook. Every year I give Greg my evaluation of the program and my goals. Every year is about 20 pages long, that I'm extremely hard on myself first. It comes down to very little things that makes a lot of support staff and my staff uncomfortable. But that's what Kirby Smart is doing. That's what Alabama is doing. And that's when your mentors taught you to think that way, you cannot look back and say, I'm going to do it differently. That's what wins championships. And my vision is to continue doing that. It's not easy. It's not a simple thing to do. but having a mindset of doing those little simple things extraordinarily well, it will get you somewhere. I just hope we will remain relevant.
Who is your mentor?
My main one, it passed away. That's my father-in-law that I dedicated the indoor title, Dusan Mitosevic. He was the Saban of European football or soccer. So he taught me, I mean, I worked for him for many years, and he was one of those guys that people couldn't understand why he takes all these little things into consideration. So I remember after every practice, he would sit down. He was not a technology savvy, but he would sit down and write for 30 minutes, write about 20 pages, handwrite after every practice. And I asked him one day, I said, what do you write? He said everything but how the players would walk, how players, they would interact with each other, how the weather was, how the support staff did their job, like every little thing matters. And for us, I try to relay that to my sport, and I think it paid off.
You mentioned some of this on the television program, but Jason mentioned as well, the women back, the indoors back in March. I think you said something along the lines of kind of maybe motivated the guys a little bit, put a little bit of a chip on their shoulder to go get one themselves. Seeing that come to fruition, seeing that vision come together, you know, how do you view that?
Oh, it's tremendous. I mean, when you have a guy like Denzel, a quiet guy, and then Carl, you know, stepping up. Intentionally, I named Denzel and Kendall Williams. I named them championship captains 2 weeks going in, and I'm not sure that's why they did what they did, but Denzel stood up at the night before the meet started, and he gave a pretty good speech after my speech, and it gave me goosebumps, and I made me believe that these guys, they're not here to mess around. They're here to take this thing or give it a shot. Yeah. They believed in it. I gave it to them in numbers. I'm a big numbers guy, so I broke it down. I gave them all scenarios, 5 different scenarios of points and how things could pan out. Good, bad, ugly, realistic, optimistic, and they paid off. They realized that, holy moly, we can do this thing. And Florida helped us a little bit, and you know, I'm not going to apologize for that, but you know, I mean, I respect their head coach a lot. He won a lot. But it was our time to win it, and I'm glad we did.
And having Denzel, you know, come up and speak, obviously that means a lot coming from him since he's an athlete. Do you remember kind of specifically what really gave you goosebumps, like you said, that he got out of that?
Well, he wanted to win this thing, and it's funny because I said after his speech, I said, you know what? If you end up winning those 2 things, I'm going to find a way, because they're demolishing everything, I'm going to find a way and take the toe board of the shot put ring, which I actually tried to go take it, but I didn't want to end up in jail. So I asked their AD and their head coach, and we're going to get it. I'm going to pay whatever it takes out of my money and get it. Yes.
That's awesome.
But you know, it's a commitment. It's a relationship that we have established with these kids that they bought into what we're trying to do, and it was his idea. He said, guys, we can win this thing. Let's just go out and have fun. And he came prepared and got the job done.
And then to follow up on that, Coach, I mean, can you just speak on the efforts on the upperclassmen here? Like how have they led you guys throughout this year and to this point of a national championship?
It's leadership, you know. I mean, you can try as a head coach and as a personal coach to motivate them, push them, you know, set them up to succeed. But if it doesn't come from within, if you don't show them how they can do it, you won't be at the place you want to be. And these guys really bought into it since day one. We started doing it way back in August when I brought it up for the first time. I said we can win this thing in both genders, to punishing them with 300s when they didn't do their job or something. They bought into it. They really truly believed in this, and the coaching staff really helped in delivering this culture, because it has to do with culture change.
And then you speak about